Hey, welcome back. This is Shrimp of the House Vacation. This is the Man Alone story. We're in part two of that one, and this is page, let's see, page 9. That's a mouthful of an introduction. So this is like an example of where a story kind of goes in a different direction from where I intended. I think this was supposed to be largely just them having fun, and I ended up having fun in making it a story where they break where they just destroy everything. Um, So not sure if you noticed, over on Patreon, I sort of posted my Discord server. I kind of finally joined up recently, and sort of for now, I'm leaving it open whenever I'm on. Um, feel free to hit me up, chat, whatever. Um, I've had a couple of you have have been sitting here talking about this story with a couple of you guys. It's fun. Some of you have given me, throw out some ideas. Um, but let's see. But like, if you hit me up, don't get discouraged if I'm not like responding right away, or you kind of let a conversation go. Um, so I'm kind of on there while I'm doing this at the same time. And two, it's I kind of let you guys steer the conversation. I don't want to sit there and just talk about myself and bore you guys to death and whatever. Um, so it's got kind of like with the chit chat, it always helps, like, I guess the more substance you throw out there for a question or a comment or whatever. This is also, it's like also the aspect that you feel like you have to respond to everything, and it almost feels like you have to have the last word in a conversation. And, I don't really want that. So sometimes it's just a small comment. I'll like not really reply to it just because it seems like I'm not, just because it's like I don't want to feel like I have to have the last word on anything. And like I was starting to say, there's been some like interesting suggestions thrown out there on this. Um, and I'll kind of, it's my take on suggestions. I love hearing them. I'd love to take some of them, but my fear is that if I take suggestions and incorporate them, which I kind of honestly would would like to do, but the fear is like, if I don't take your suggestion, so to speak, it almost feels like I'm snubbing you, or or like I'm secretly telling you your suggestion was bad and horrible, and I don't want to do that. like if I take his suggestion or her suggestion or whoever's suggestion, but not yours. You know what I mean? Um, I imagine that kind of hurts. Like, if I, take suggestions from everybody else, but not yours. So it's kind of like it's like right now I'm a little hesitant about incorporating suggestions for that reason because I don't want to like hurt anybody. I don't want to make them feel like their suggestion was bad or stupid or whatever. Oops. Let's get a caps there. Ugh, I can't even type lately. How did you break that? You're not even that heavy. That is the subtly funny part about it is like he's made Simon bigger, but in like the grand scheme of things, he's not really that heavy. He was he's still like he's still like a thin person, so it's not like he's added a lot of weight that he should be like, breaking everything when he sits on it. But I think too, chatting with some of you in Discord, and I hope I don't feel like I'm ignoring you or telling you you're wrong in there, but it's like some of your takes on Simon have been interesting. Not some of, but like not some of the takes, but like pretty much all the takes you guys have on Simon are interesting. Let me see if this is new. It's kind of like, it's like, I have my take on him, um, and it amazes me that he was only supposed to be a one-off character for the babysitter, and I ended up falling in love with him and keep revisiting him. And it's sort of with my take on him is kind of how I'm writing this, but it's interesting seeing how like you guys see him, how you take him, how you think of him. Let's see. Oh, come on. There we go. Hmm, Anyway, let's see. This is the X translator. We're just gonna have him. We just pretend he set the lamp on the floor. Keep it out of the way. We'll go delete, delete, delete. Yeah. So with this story, there was an interesting idea of having him get the size changer and turn it around and make Alex smaller. What is going on with him? Something is off here. Okay, that's what it was. Which is interesting. I honestly kind of didn't think about it because I've got this story, these two sort of compartmentalized. It's sort of the idea is this one, Man Alone, would have him use the size changer to make a character bigger, and In the Woods would be the story where they use it to make a character smaller. So I wasn't really thinking of doing that in here, but it is an interesting. It would be an interesting turn of events. I'm kind of torn on it, because again, like I want to take somebody's idea and then like hurt somebody else for not taking theirs. You know what I mean? But I'm so tempted, and I might at least hint to it. What am I looking for here? But yeah, even if you want to come say hi, um, if you want anonymity, make sure you sort of use a generic, or choose your nickname, that sort of thing. Um, Shoot. I think I was initially planning on going with a wider shot. Now I'm changing my mind. So we're gonna recut this. Let's save that file. Open as layers. Let's bring this one in. So I'm going to recut this first panel. Trim this one here. Let's see, I need to move you over. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let's open you again. Okay, that is, and then we'll cut this over here. Okay, delete that one, and then we'll go and fill this in, and go and cut all these. Layer to image size. So it's not sure if I've set it in the previous video. I might have put it up. I might have mentioned it on Discord. Select. Is that I think as I'm moving into this one, moving through this one. Well, I thought the two stories here were initially going to be somewhat equal length. I'm now thinking this one is just going to be two parts. This one's going to end at the end of this part. This will be a two-part, and the next one will be In the Woods will be a four-part, making it a six-part book altogether, 150 pages. I said I was sorry. I'm gonna split this here and here. He says, new layer. So I wasn't originally going to have him break everything in the house, but once I started, it kind of took over the story, and it's become the fun. And I think similarly, where this was originally going to be, the purpose of this was to be sort of like a catch up, like a what's gone on, sort of this a little bit more. Sort of like talk about what Alex has been up to since. Is this still? Nope. Okay. That's looking weird. Okay, save. It was the purpose of this is supposed to sort of be to like update what Alex has been up to since he supposedly joined the fire department. It was supposed to be like a bit of a catch up. Since I was bringing Chet in, there was, it was supposed to be like a catch up on what he's been up to, that sort of thing. And it's kind of like once I actually start to get working, you like realize it's not quite that interesting. So it's like that aspect of the story has been greatly condensed while still giving the information I kind of want to get out there, but doing it in a more succinct way. Stop apologizing, Simon. Let me get this in. Open his layers. Oops. So I was talking a moment ago about, you know, how you how each of you kind of see Simon a little differently. And sort of like my take, what's been funny to me is that Simon's been presented as a slightly insecure character. It's sort of with his size, sort of not quite as confident as um, as bold, as smooth, as he's not exactly got an alpha personality. So the funny thing for me and how I've been seeing this is that Alex makes him big, but and it's like now even though he's the bigger man in the story, he's still got that insecurity. So it's like every time the size um, starts to give him a little confidence, it's almost like something happens that makes him regress and goes back into that shy, insecure. Um, yeah, we'll throw a little nod to the vehicle he was driving. Um, at the beginning of the story. Let's reorder these. I'm going to take this one. Control C. Okay, why didn't that copy? There we go. So it's one of the one of the events that I never really addressed before was sort of like when Alex would have turned 16. Like there was no story, no discussion about like him learning to drive or getting his license or any of that. Uh, I guess I had more of those than I thought. there. Whoops. And we gotta make a change here after buying. Okay, that fits better. Let's go file save. Question is now what to do with the plate. I don't want him to sit here and hold it. Maybe we'll just have him set it on the other chair. Let's see. Okay, actually, I don't think. We'll just bend these up. Probably. So I'm not really sure at this moment if I kind of discussed how much time he's got before the family comes home, but in my head, as I'm playing this up, he's probably halfway through a 2 week vacation. So he's probably got a week to. So it's like in my head, he's got about a week to clean all this up. Um, Sounds like somebody's on Discord now. Don't mean to put you off, but you'll have to wait a minute or a few minutes. I don't want to, I don't want to expose anybody. Somebody's using a screen name or a nickname or whatever they don't want. I don't want to end up exposing it on here before you get the chance to change it or before you realize or whatever. Let's see. It's big enough to haul a couch. So what I'm trying to do here, well, this wasn't quite the conversation I was envisioning. My whole goal here is to set up for the next knock on the door. Select, invert, shrink, invert, edit, cut. So, it's the idea is like after breaking the couch, which he can't exactly fix. This is supposed to be the moment where he's like, "Oh my God, you know what? Let's put an end to let's put an end to this. I'll make him his normal size again." And then knock at the door interrupts that. Um, Whoops. He says new layer. So yeah, I know. So let's see. Oops, I doubt it. But let's see. How do I want to word this? I doubt it. Before he breaks anything else, I guess that's good. I can always change it later if I come up with something different. Let me put the picture in. Um, as much as I don't want to cut this small, I think this is where we have to do it. Okay, well I can still see the door, so this one. Turn this one down, select none, new layer. Yeah, this story is this. Yeah, I guess I do want to say this story. Man Alone is going fairly quickly. It's a technically speaking, it's a very simple project. There's nothing. I don't think there's nothing here that's kind of slowing down the work. It's none of the characters are slowing down the rendering. Actually, while I got that, what I'm going to do is to make this easy. Let's find. Okay, I want page 24 from part one. What I'm going to do, instead of loading another whatever this is and scaling it back down and going through all that work, I'm just going to take it from here, Control C to copy it, and then come into this one and go edit, paste as new layer, make it easy, and park it down there. Knock knock. What did I do here? Okay, there's no punctuation or anything. Save. His hands are going to the couch. Um, yeah, see, it's just like on Discord. I run out of things to say. I'm not a very good conversationalist. I apologize. So it's when I go, yeah, I know what I was in the middle of saying. So as this story is going quickly, I have a feeling In the Woods is going to be a slow project. I picked up a couple of assets, I think largely specifically for that project. Um, but to make them work, it's going to be quite a bit of work on my part. Ah, here we go. Bring this down here to get it out of the way. So I think once I get to sort of the parts in the story in that story that are going to use those assets, I have a feeling it's going to slow things down. Plus, open his layer. I think I've talked about it before that whereas normally I'll construct sets before getting to work on images, I think with this one, because it's just going to be random, a lot of random forest scenes, I think what I'm going to do is kind of create these little forest vignettes as I go, as I need them, so that I'm not, making sets I don't use, and, make too many, or, I don't have to worry about not making enough, that sort of thing. I can just kind of build to order. Invert. So that's why I think In the Woods is going to be a slower project. Oh my god. Oh my god, who's here now? But I think I'm thinking it's going to be worth it. Keep my fingers crossed and hoping. Like I said, I don't really want to. I don't really want to talk in specifics about In the Woods because I kind of do want it to be a little bit of a surprise. I don't want to spoil anything. I know I tend to spoil a lot. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to split this manually. There we go. And then we'll just kind of, come on. Here we go. Let's export that. File export. And then we'll come in here. We got to go into book 2, page 9. How did you break that? You're not even that heavy. I said I was sorry. Stop apologizing, Simon. I'm not blaming you, but I'll have to buy a new. I'll have to buy mom and dad a new couch. I just hope I have enough left after buying that Jeep. Do you think that thing is big enough to haul a couch? Doubt it. But before he breaks anything else, I need to make him his right size again. Knock knock. Oh my God, who's here now? So that's page 9. I hope you enjoyed that. And once again, hit me up on Discord. The link is on my Patreon page, and the post is public. It's not a private. So if you're not, even if you're not a patron, you can still hit me up. I'd love to hear from you, and I will, as far as these videos go, I will see you next time, whatever page that is.